Today we'll be taking a look at a Tag XL Boondock. We'll be looking at some of the standard features you should expect to see on your unit, as well as how to get set up and camping. Let's get started. First things first, go to the front box on the unit where you'll find the propane and battery. Go ahead and turn on your propane and battery disconnect so you have propane and 12 volts to the appliances that need them. Next, if you're at a campground, you can also hook up the 30 amp shore power connection. Once that's hooked up, then you can move on to your water. You can either fill up your holding tank using your gravity fill, or hook up your city water connection if at a campground for limitless supply of water. Now, if you are just going to fill up your holding tank, you will need to turn on your water pump. So go around to the back of the unit, open up the hatch, and you'll find the water pump switch located in the left corner. But make sure when you are using your faucets regardless, to undo the drain plug underneath the unit so your water can actually flow out. While we're in the back of the unit, let's take a look at the rest of the kitchen. Not only do you have the faucet and sink, but you also have the high point microwave, the LP stovetop, and if you don't want to use the one on board, you can also hook up your own to the disconnect below. And nuCamp also supplies the OtterBox cooler backpack that can not only be used in the back of the unit, but wherever you need to take it. Now that we're done going through the kitchen, let's look at some more of the outdoor features. Right below your shore power cable, you'll find an exterior shower hose. You pull this out and then just use the quick connect to pressurize the hose and you're ready to go. Right below that, you'll notice one of the 4 steps around the unit. This allows access to the roof racks up top, as well as if you need to clean the solar panel, you can also get up there for that. Right below those steps, you'll notice that you have 2 stabilizer jacks on the rear of the unit. The stabilizer jack crank can be found inside underneath the bed, but just crank those down until they touch the ground. Now let's take a look inside. Once you come in the door, if you look up on the ceiling, you'll find the main switch panels. There's a switch panel on both the left and right side of the unit. If you want to go with natural light, you can also lower the shades or even open up the window. You can do this by pushing out on the window and turning the knob to tighten it in place. Then, just lower the screen to keep bugs out. This is going to be the same on all 3 windows in the unit. Now this is also great to get a little cross breeze through the unit, and to help with that, you've got the 12 volt fan located on the ceiling to help push some airflow through the unit. And on days where that's just not enough, you do still have the AC unit. And on the opposite side of that, for those colder days, you do also have the heater. But keep in mind these are both 120 appliances and you do need to be plugged into shore power. Directly above the AC unit in the cabinet, you'll notice where the AC plugs into the unit and the built-in resettable breaker. You'll also notice the solar charge controller. This is already set up and functioning on its own. Then down to the right, you'll find your converter box. This is not only going to have your AC breakers, but also your fuses for all of your DC features in the unit. Then just to the left of that, you've got your AC fan for those hotter summer days. Next, let's take a look at storage. The Tag has 2 large cabinets on both sides of the unit, as well as 2 large sliding panels at the front of the unit, giving you access to a full-length cabinet across the front end of the unit. And also, like I mentioned before, we do have the storage underneath both sides of the bed. And then lastly, but certainly not least, a few safety features. We have the fire extinguisher and the smoke detector in the unit. Now, all that's left is enjoying your new unit.